When's the right time to talk about it? First date right away? Or do you wait till you're 3 dates in? And who brings it up? Do you bring it up in general conversation? Or how do you bring it up? Do you have a general way that you do if you're somebody that dates? That's what we're talking about. When you're ready, who talks about it first? Who brings it up? Do you both just talk about it in general conversation? Or is it an intimate moment? Because if you don't talk about it before the intimate moment, is there a chance you might do something that you would regret later on? Shouldn't it be talked about before? Especially if you're going to be consuming anything. Just thoughts. I'm not dating yet. I'm not doing any of this. This is just thoughts and conversation for everyone to learn from. So let's all talk about it. Tell me, when do you bring it up? Who brings it up? And how do you bring it up? Let's talk.
Oh, behave.
Thoughts and conversation before you date there, my decades plus post-war queen? Sounds to me like she is studying the layout of the land like a cougar on the prowl. And per her, she's asking about the when, the who, and the how it comes up. The smashing between the sheets. Alright, she asked a question. This gorilla's gonna give the short version answer of it. The when? Now that's a scientific art right there. It depends on multiple factors. The female, how the woman is, the timing, how long you've been talking to her, what's the right moment, what's the right time. I'm pretty sure that many of my male viewers can attest to bringing up the topic either too early or too late. It's like walking through a minefield when you're talking about it with women, but there's a method to the madness. The who? Oh, come on. 90% of the time it's the guy who brings this up. Unless, of course, you're a total Chad, or you got that special something about you that she picks up on it and she says, oh, I gotta ask. Let's leave it right there for imagination to fill in the rest. And the how. Obviously, the how is during conversation. I'm thinking what she meant the how is how to fold it in the conversation without being too blunt, without bringing it out too early. Now, that's the trick, isn't it? It's kind of like asking a woman out to dance. You gotta have the right moves. You gotta have the right timing. You have to have everything sharp in order to get her to continue the dance. And later on, continue the dance. But at your age, queen, you should be asking yourself another question on top of that. And that is, are the guys that you want, which one of them are going to do more than just smash sessions with you? For all of you gentlemen out there who know very well that first impressions are key in today's dating game, I proudly present the tools provided by today's sponsor, the Wing Girl Method, brought to you by its founder, Marnie, a fellow YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers who is considered men's secret weapon in dating, as she has helped well over 100,000 men in their dating struggles. Dating in modern times is tough enough with all the challenges men of all age demographics face, and I am glad to say this is an edge I can recommend with the Gorilla Thumbs Up approval to getting that A game going. That's why she has got your back with her F formula, which is her science-backed method to flirting. That's right, fam. Science has got your back. If ever you doubted yourself as not being in a girl's league, or if you think your flirty skills are rustier than your granddad's favorite hammer, not to worry. She's gonna help you out with scientifically proven methods to make your game go from bench warmer to starting lineup. Now, you may want to ask at this point why you should trust her, or why would you even think this is something that would work? The proof is in the pudding, and 100,000 plus satisfied men who have used this step-by-step formula, along with thousands of first-hand testimonials, is some gourmet-level game-changing pudding, if you ask me. And because the Wing Girl Method is sponsoring today's video, they are offering my viewers an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description of this video, or the pinned comment, and get an exclusive preview of the F formula completely free. Plus, if you decide to pick up the full program, you'll get 20% off as an added bonus. If you're single and not having the success you want with women, you need to check this out. Click the link below and get access now.
Who's starting TikTok dating? Who's starting it? Because I feel like that's working a little bit better than any app or even meeting someone. I haven't personally done this TikTok dating. No. But I hear of it going on. I don't have a crush on here, but I find people attractive. I'm not going to reach out. First of all, I don't know where they live, and that's just scary. There's this cute young man, and I say young man because I'm older than him by far. And his sister nominated him for this thing because he's single, and he's I think he's like 36, 37. He lives in like the LA area. So he started his TikTok just recently and telling about himself because his sister wanted to find him a partner. And it's the cutest thing because he's telling about himself and he really wants to find someone, but he's having a hard time because, you know, the apps. Anyway, if you want to follow him, he he has the hashtag love on the talk. And so I've started putting that, thinking, oh, maybe it's better than the apps, right? But he's too young for me, but he's cute. So go follow him. I think his name is Michael on there. Mikey the raccoon or something. I don't know. It's adorable. But I think he's onto something. Or his sister was onto something. So please, like, if you have a crush on me, no, actually don't. I don't want that. I don't need that right now.
Who's starting TikTok dating? Well, hold up a second. TikTok dating is doing better than any dating app? You mean those apps that are tailored towards women? Say it ain't so, sister. Are you telling us that the modern day dating market that all of you grand elder queens have created, isn't that awesome? Are you saying when you're going out there to find yourself after being married 20 some odd years, the grass isn't greener on the other side? Color me shocked. And let me give you some tips here, sister. Tip number 1, if you're gonna use a filter, make sure it covers your neck as well, because dang, girl, that filter's doing overtime on the face, 0 time on the turkey neck. Number 2, either go all in on becoming a cougar or don't even mention it. You can't do this halfway thing where like, oh, well, you think a younger man is more attractive and you kind of sort of want to do it, but you don't want to do it. And tip number 3, TikTok isn't gonna be more awesome than the dating apps. You wanna know why? Because the dating apps, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you're going to use, it's nothing more than a delivery system. It doesn't define the culture of modern dating. You queens define it. It's like saying instead of using the internet to find a date, use smoke signals. You're still going to find the same person. It's a different communication method, but guess what? You're still over 50. You still have those cougar vibes. And the 35-year-old men out there are like wounded gazelles, ready for you to pounce. But here's another thought process, sister. Instead of going younger, why don't you go older? But I guess at this age, it really doesn't matter when those tires are just about balding and they really don't have that much tread left in them. So adding more mileage isn't going to make a difference when you're basically about 200,000 miles over warranty. Move it on.
Can we just talk about dating in our 40s right now? Have you tried it? Because I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it at all. So I'm talking to this guy. And when I say talking, like one day of text messaging. One day. We have not been on a date. We have not talked on the phone. This morning I get a message from him that says, "Good morning, I'm running behind this morning." I said, that's funny. I'm also running behind this morning. I hope you have a great day. It's only going to get better from here. The next message that follows says, how's it going to get better? So I'm already in the truck and I'm driving, so I decided to send him a video and I said, my day is going to get better as soon as I get in that Starbucks line and I get my coffee. That's what's going to make my day better. I don't know about you, but my day is going to get better then. The next message that follows makes me wonder, why we even try dating? Why? Why do we even try? The next message that follows says, I'm still in bed because my dick is in my hand and now I'm stroking it harder and I think I'm going to.
Squeeze me? Oh, no, you dick.
All right, let me be honest. That really came out of left field. I agree with her that men shouldn't be shooting out messages like that. On average. Overall, you really shouldn't. Now, that being said, ladies, let me just say this. The reason that man shot out that message was more than likely because at that point he really didn't care whether he was going to continue with her or not. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but if we're going to play a game of averages, a guy who writes like that to a woman that he's attracted to is only going to write that if he's already having his physical needs met by another woman. Basically, he's just fishing for a side chick. And he probably just got to the point where he decided, I'm not going to put much more effort into this. I'm just going to shoot this shot. And if it doesn't work, okay, bye. I'm not going to waste any more time here. Now, again, I'm not saying that this woman is a waste of time, but from his perspective, chances are that's the way he was seeing it. Now, ladies, this is the part where I say you have to take some accountability. Now, I'm not victim blaming here. What I am saying is, if you were married and you decide to put in for divorce and you put yourself back out there, you have exposed yourself to going through these experiences. I don't know her story, but if she was married and she's the one who divorced her husband, all I can say is, hey, look in the mirror. The one who decided to go back out there and roll the dice in the dating market again was you. But let's hear the rest of this story.
What? What? Really? What? What goes through your mind that says, I think I'm gonna get this girl. She's gonna go out on a date with me when I send that. Like, really? Do better. Be better. I don't need a little boy who tells me about him playing with his pee-pee at 46 years old. I want a man who takes care of my heart. I also need a man who takes care of me in the bedroom. but not before we go out on dates and not before we get to know each other. The only thing that's gonna do is get your blocked. I'm all set. Do better. Be better. Dating in your 40s sucks. I have my coffee. And now I'm gonna get on with my day. Happy Tuesday.
All right, fam, for a little bit more information now, I could definitely say that she was very much into this guy. If he would have just had a little bit more patience, he could have had her. But this tells me that the guy was probably a better looking guy, and he had other options that were better than her, and he wasn't looking for what she was looking for. He probably already knew that, oh, she probably just wants this long relationship. I just want someone to come over here and warm up my bed. Drain his pipes. Remove the blue from his built-in spheres. The point is, ladies, I'm not saying that attractive men can get away with this. I'm saying that if you haven't noticed, attractive men are the ones who are going to try to get away with this. You said that you don't need a boy at 46 years old. He was probably thinking, I don't need you, period. It's evident that she didn't need him, but she sure as hell wanted him. And it's evident that he was just thinking, hey, you know what? I want something right now. And if I can't get it from you, well, bye. Another thing, ladies, when things like this happen to you, and you come out here, you make these TikTok videos, and you put it out on blast, all you're really doing is telling the entire world that you are the one who's hurt. These videos, all they do is get you a reputation of somebody who can't keep personal interactions between two people and has to put it out on blast. I mean, think about it, Queen. You said that you need a man that takes care of you and does manly things, yet here you are acting like a 15-year-old girl putting these videos out. So I find it ironic how one adult is talking about the immaturity of the other adult while doing something equally immature. Moving on.
I remember when I used to settle for the bare minimum in dating. Boy, do I ever. There was once a guy who said, can we just go with the flow and not really label this? I'm just enjoying where we're at right now. Or there was another guy that I knew who would text me all the time, send me pictures of his trips, ask me how things were going, and we'd have a conversation about life, but yet he would never ask me out. All talk, no action. And let's not forget the good old, I don't know, what do you want to do? Did you want to hang out this weekend? The guy who never plans anything, never mans up, and makes a choice and pursues. But I know better now. I'm in feminine energy now, and you can be the same way. And how you do that is you focus on you. It is self-care. It is getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting a massage, going shopping, spending time in nature, being creative, dancing to music.
That's right, fam. You heard this, Granny. She's no longer going to settle for the minimum. And her examples of the minimum, we're going to dissect them right now. The first one is a guy who says, let's go with the flow without labeling anything. That's one of her examples of bare minimum. My question is, how is that wrong? Sounds to me like you wanted it set up from jump where he's going to say, here are all the steps in going into a very serious relationship, then marriage. It sounds to me like this Granny is the one that's not being reasonable here. Her next example, a texter who doesn't ask you out. Yes, guess what? That means that you've been friends out there, my grandelder post-wall Queen, aka what you used to do to men when you were young. I guess a taste of your own medicine isn't that awesome now, is it? But the third example, the guy who never plans anything. He just doesn't man up. Question, why can't you plan anything? Why can't you woman up? He just wants to hang out and he just doesn't want to go anywhere. What's wrong with you planning out a weekend? Ah, but you said that you've got the fix. You're not settling anymore because you're in your feminine energy now. And you spotted off a list of all these things you've been doing. So the obvious question is, are you saying that you weren't doing any of this before? You were in your masculine before? It's pretty evident with the examples you gave. So what, you just snapped your fingers and bam, all of a sudden you're a docile, submissive feminine woman? Late in your 50s? Somehow the math ain't mathing there, sister.
I'm not saying you got to go out and buy a bunch of dresses or ruffles to feel feminine. It is something that is you, innately you. That's the first step to femininity. The second step is receiving. If that guy can't man up and ask you out on a date, or if that guy isn't making the plans, or if he's always like, hey, do you want to hang out? No. You have a life. You plan your life. You do the things you want to do and do it all in feminine energy and use your intuition and make a beautiful life. If that guy wants to be in it, he needs to step up. That is how you start attracting the right energy of masculine. You're not going to settle for the situationship. You're not going to settle for poor treatment. You're not going to settle for the avoidant who can't make a date or who is constantly too busy or totally forgot. You're going to put yourself first, and you're going to start attracting the energy of a man who wants to pursue.
Let me get this straight, Grandma. Your foolproof plan to getting the man that you want, to getting everything is A, fake it till you make it, with all these things to make yourself more feminine, and B, everything is all about me, myself, and me some more. The reason that you're single at this age is a total mystery to me. I mean, this girl has no idea how that is possible. Sister, let me break this down for you. At your age, your SMV, your special market value is very low. And the guys that you're attracted to, their value is very high. Now, the guys that you mentioned previously just weren't that into you. And if you haven't gotten it yet, the reason is not because they weren't man enough for you, you just weren't a prize. You were something that they could pass up pretty easy. The guy who won't take you out is because he doesn't want to be seen in public with you. The guy who won't ask you out, same reason. And the guy who says go with the flow, he just wants to smash, hang out every now and then, and that's about it. He ain't going much further. See, the issue we have here is a grandma who's like a 2 out of 10, thinking she's a 7 out of 10, and in her mind, she deserves a 10 out of 10. Granny, the expectations of getting a man like that are drier than your taco. I mean, at this point, you should just be paying attention to your grandkids and go and hang out with a group of fellow grannies who play pinochle. You probably score more that way.
Now that's a lot of damage!
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.